Welcome to Black Perspectives, where your thoughts will attract a strong mind or offend a weak one. I am your host today, Lady T. Hey, and I have some guests with me today. We are going to be talking about the journey of black hair. Right directly in front of me is Sandie Walker, wave, Shirley Woodyard, Elder Judy Ritter-Dickson, and Candace Robinson. How are you ladies today?
Hi.
Good. We have a lot to go over. We're going to be talking about the journey of black hair care, black hair in general, the political aspects of black hair, and what all of that entails, natural hair, relaxed hair. We have lots to cover. So thank you for joining me today. I know you guys have busy schedules, but thank you for stopping by my studio. We've been waiting to have this conversation for a very long time. Yes. So I think the time is now to talk about this important topic. So we know that black hair is forced to submit to European standards of beauty. There has been an incredible strain placed upon our hair, as you know. Also, black hair has had a historical significance, and today we hope to leave you with an understanding around the complexity of our choices of styles, because we have many styles as evidence today, okay? So let's talk about braids and cornrows. As you know, braids originated from the largest continent, which is Africa. So braid patterns or hairstyles indicates a person's community, indicates their age, marital status, wealth, power, social position, and religion, which I didn't even know that. I didn't know that it signifies.
The part. I knew everything else, but the religion
Yep.
I didn't know.
I had no idea about some of the other things. I knew about social status, but also religion. From all different continents, you would be able to tell where someone was, or at least their background with the style of braiding.
Yeah.
A lot of that was lost here, of course, when we were captured and brought into slavery. So having said that, I recall going back and when I was thinking of hairstyles way back 1973. It was Jet magazine, because I love Jet and Ebony, and there was a style that featured Cicely Tyson. And she had her, it looked like Fulani inspired, with the braids going forward and then the intricate braiding up. And I absolutely love that. And my mom, being the braiding aficionado that she is, peace to Carol Thompson, hey. I wanted that style. Also was inspired by, not Cicely Tyson, but Diana Ross.
Oh, yeah.
She was my Beyonce, okay? And I love the movie Mahogany. You guys remember that?
I loved it.
Yes, and there was a style. She had a ponytail, and then there was big braids that were, and I had to have it. I had to have it.
Did you do it?
I did.
Oh, right. Got the picture.
I did it myself. It was a little lopsided, but I did it, okay? It's braid journeys throughout life. Do you have any stories of growing up and when your hair, first of all, do you say cornrow or braids, or is it just kind of interchangeable?
Well, cornrows we think that are to scalp, and then braids are not. You're just hanging down. Well, I just grew up with braids, so it was a style, I guess, low maintenance, but my sister used to always braid my hair. And then as I got older, it was more convenient for me because I played sports. So, if you had perm, if your hair was perm and you were sweating every day, you couldn't, it was hard to maintain. So braids stuck with me all the way until college. It was just a more convenient style for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know the history behind it.
Right.
And people.
Right. And I didn't either. I just knew what I saw on television or in the magazine. What about you, Shirley? You have a braid journey?
No, not braids. It's really just ponytails.
Yeah.
That's all I have. Ponytails.
Okay, and I wanted And I want to get back to you about as far as your texture of your hair. That's going to be a topic too, because I think you have some really good insight regarding that. How about you, ladies? Braids, beads,
Mine was cornrows.
cornrows.
Because I grew up in the era where you only did cornrows, and then we graduated to the straightening comb. I actually still have my mom's original straightening comb.
Okay.
I need to frame it because I hated that straightening comb.
Yes. Wow.
I was okay with my hair being just the way it was, but it wasn't sociably acceptable. So my mom was always on Saturdays in there burning my head. I got still some scars. Sitting in the kitchen.
Put the grease on when you hear that crack.
Right.
Or you tell them to sit still.
Well, you all know my sister Diana and I, we would be in the kitchen with either the braids, and then good segue is the hot comb. Oh boy.
My braids.
Yeah. Well, before we get to hot comb, I want to hear your,
Kim's braid.
Oh,
She was
okay.
the one that did the crossover style with the cornrows.
Oh, wow.
One over the other side.
Yeah.
I love my braids. I wore them like TNA. In season, anytime, that was the style there. Just a good braid. I would take it out just so she could do it again.
Well, who in the world wants to sit through the tight braiding? I mean, that was like torture. The
But
end
the
result
look of
was
it,
all of that. But and shout out to Tina Wright. She lives in Atlanta.
Yeah.
She was our braid queen of the block. She's our age, but she was making her little $5 and braiding up all the drill team members' hair. So, but you talked about straightening combs, Elder Judy. Yes. We all moan with that. So who remembers the hot summers and sitting in the kitchen and the grease popping against your scalp?
I hated it. I hated my mom straightening my hair. I just wanted her to leave it alone. Let me go at the way I was. And I was happy with it, but she wasn't having it. You were not going to church with a nappy head.
Let's talk about that whole nappy conversation. Growing up, get that. What we call that in the back?
Kitchen.
Right.
Yes.
And there were some, like my mother, Miss Bobby Kent was another one. Rest in peace. Was
Hazel Mitchell.
Miss Hazel Mitchell. They could catch that kitchen and. My Aunt Anna, she was another one. You get that bergamot grease going, or Crown Royal.
Miss Washington.
Oh,
Miss
yes,
Dot.
Miss Dot.
She did the straightening.
No, when Miss Dot straightened your hair, it was like having a perm. You didn't
my
have
God.
to go back for another 2 weeks.
That's right. That's right. And those wand curls that you referenced, Shirley, that was like, and just how the Marcells. It had to be such a talent.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you out there were expert in that. Just leave me a comment, because I think that is remarkable.
Yes.
Did any of you master doing that at all?
I watched Gretchen.
I watched
Gretchen
him do
Williams
it,
the other day.
Yeah.
Doing a young girl for prom, and I never got it. I don't
Yeah.
know how.
I never learned to do hair at all.
Neither.
Because when I got a little bit older, I started wearing wigs. Like I was going to school in Philadelphia, and they had the Angela Davis wigs. You guys remember the Angela Davis? And I knew I was Angela Davis, so I got an Angela Davis wig. I had hair at one point, and we can talk about my hair later. But I got an Angela Davis wig, and boy, was I happy. I was the happiest person around.
Afros. Now we know that afros, as far as I remember, was a political statement. And you mentioned that you had an Angela Davis afro wig.
Right.
Why Angela Davis, and why did you want the afro wig? What did it mean to you?
Well, Angela Davis was very important to me because I saw her as a strong political woman, and I wanted to be like Angela Davis. Now, I had an afro. It was a little afro, but when I saw hers during the Black Power movement, and it was, I was like, I know my hair wasn't going to grow that fast or that long. So they had the wigs, and I was like, yes. So I bought one, and I came back to York, and I was up by the old Christmas attic. So I'm telling my age a little bit.
That's all right.
But I was one of the regulars up there, and just I was standing on the corner, and my brother Joe walked up the street, and he didn't know who I was because I had this Afro wig on. You know how it is. And I thought I was the bomb. Because I loved Angela Davis. She stood for what was right, and she stood for Black consciousness, and I really wanted to be a part of that.
That's awesome. And in modern day, I've seen you wear an Afro wig. I said, I wanted to just pump my fist in the air. You better do that. Yes. Any Afro stories here? Well, you're a little younger, Sandie.
Yeah. I don't have any. I mean, once I went natural, I wore my Afro puff.
Okay.
But that was a whole different transition.
And that was a single Afro puff at the top. Okay.
Top.
Okay. And that's a good place marker. We will talk about that transition.
Well, yeah, because my grandmother got them for me because I couldn't get an Afro. I wanted an Afro. And then, the puffs. So they were selling the Afro puffs that you could just clip into your hair. So they would, put in ponytails, clip it, and I was,
Oh yeah.
I was cute because I had Afro puffs in.
Right. Okay. What about you,
like
Candace?
Afro after you untwist your hair, like you would, the four braids here, untwisted in the morning, and there was your fro, but it had that little twist look to it that wasn't style back then.
Oh, I love that look. I wanted to wear an Afro. My mom said, your hair's going to be nappy by the end of the day. I'm like, but Mom, I want to wear an Afro. And she said, okay, but when it's time for me to comb it out at night, you better not cry.
Are you tender-headed?
Yeah.
Oh,
so we know that didn't work out well at all.
My was I ever tender-headed?
So Shirley, you had said about the Afro and that you would clip in. I want to talk about hair texture because you have a texture of hair that probably a lot of women today may envy. It's a beautiful curly texture. People that have curly textures don't want their curly texture because it's problematic.
Girl.
But what was it like growing up? You said that.
Well, I had the ponytails and stuff, and I don't know why my grandmother did this, but she used to go to the salon, and I used to go with her. She got a perm. I got a perm. She put a perm in my hair, and it was, I liked it then because the hair was like really straight, and people started calling me Pocahontas and stuff like that. But now that I think about it, I wish she would have never did that. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because my hair was fine without it, but she couldn't get it straight like hers. So she put the perm in it. I don't think my mother appreciated it though. Yeah.
So did you, because of the curly texture of your hair, were you teased bullied and teased?
Yeah, you think you cute because you got long hair. You think you cute because you got good hair.
Good hair.
There was a bully on the bus, this girl, and she would sit behind me and just yank my hair back all the time. All the time. Yeah.
Wow. And that's simply because of the texture of your hair.
Of my hair. Yeah.
Did you get asked questions? Well, what are you?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
All the time.
Did you get? I see that on your shirt. It says, "Thou shalt not touch my hair." Did you usually get someone saying, "Can I touch your hair? Can I?"
Well, they always did it all the time. Back then, I was little. It's like was the thing. People would comb my hair, do my hair for me and stuff. It was just when kids get together and they do each other's hair and like that. Yeah.
But I'm talking about people that you would see like the other cultures walking up saying, "Oh, can I touch your hair?"
They did.
You have a story that I just recently read that your experience at work. Can you tell us a little about that?
No, but it was it was short. But I don't know why white people are so fascinated with our hair. You know, I guess because we can do different styles and change it, whatever. So I'm sitting on the phone. I work at a gastroenterologist place, and I'm sitting on the phone, and I'm talking to a patient, and next thing I know, I feel this on my hair, right? I couldn't say anything because I had the earphones in. I'm talking to.
It was like that rough all
She was
like
like trying to, feel it like.
Oh my goodness!
I wouldn't be working.
And I
Never touch a black woman's hair.
I wouldn't be working.
I think she got me because I couldn't respond because I was on the phone with the
Yeah.
patient, and I was mad because she petted me like I was a pet, like.
Oh my goodness!
You know, and
wow.
so I didn't say anything to her because I probably would have been fired that day. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. If she goes to do it again, hopefully I'll catch it. I'm gonna stop her and tell her, don't. If you want to touch my hair, ask me. I'm gonna tell you no anyway. But still, this is my personal space.
Right.
You said something with that whole fascination. I don't know what it is. They all ask those
That's
questions.
because we're magic.
What do you do with your hair? How
Black
do
girl
you
magic.
It's magic,
way?
yeah.
How long do you have to sit like that? Well, what do you do if you get it wet or
all those questions? Yeah.
A lot of
Really?
questions.
And when people have they have their the dreads or like your hair.
Yes.
How do you wash that? You know, just all kinds of stuff.
Right.
I haven't had that, but I've heard other people tell me about that. Yeah.
Right, and it further objectifies black women. You know, it like that their curiosity, like they have to cure some kind of curiosity that they have about our skin tone, about our hair, about the size of our butt, our lips, all of those things, and the things that we were put down for, they turn around and culturally appropriate.
Right.
You know, lip injections, butt injections, all types of things, tanning booths and things like
Because
that.
growing up, I had it rough as a black woman in high school because I had thick lips, I was dark skinned, and I had nappy hair.
Okay.
And bow-legged, among other things. You know, I had all of those things that did not fit society's norm of you were a good-looking woman. You know.
Wow.
Did you feel you weren't good looking?
Yeah,
You
for
did?
years. Oh yeah, my insecurities were terrible because of how people always, you know, like unless you had long hair and unless you had thinner lips, lighter skin, I wasn't accepted. You know, and like I didn't get prom dates and all of that. You know, because of that. Because our brothers at that time were not socially conscious, and they went against us as well. You know, they picked more of the girls that were light skin, thinner lips, and I fit all the cultural stuff. But I am happy to be a black woman.
I know that's right.